So guys, in this part we are going to make a player for our game so that we have a health, and when the enemy kill us we are going to restart the level again. So now let's go to our script and create a new C# script. Going to call it player controller. So now let's go to canvas, create an empty object. I'm going to close the buttons. Now I'm going to name this new object as a player. And because I want that our buttons to be also clean and not messy, so I'm going to create another empty object. Going to call it button container. Then I'm going to put all our buttons inside of that. So now let's go to our player and attach our player controller to that. Now let's open it. Here we need public int. We can call it health. Now let's make it a public int car health for current health, and public int max health. Now at the start function we are going to say current health is equal to max health. That means whatever is our max health we are going to pass it to our current health. Now let's make it take a damage function. Or before, let's make it, because this is we can make it in singleton, because we will have just one only player controller in our game. So public static player controller instance. Now I'm going to make awake function instance equal to this script. Now let's go to down, make new function, public void take damage function. And here when we are going to call that, so here inside I'm going to say int amount. Now we are going to current health minus equal to amount. Now here if current health is less than equal to 0, if so our current health reach to 0, then we want to restart the level or give the health of our player back. So here I'm going to call it reset game. So now we can also go to our enemy script. Here I'm going to copy this part, paste it there. So here also we need to take the bars, public image take bar as well. Instead we are going to use the current health and max health. We need the library, because as you see here, so we have a red line. To fix that, first we are going to click on that, click on using Unity Engine.ui, so it's going to automatically add that using Unity Engine.ui in the top. So now we can save it. So now let's go to our enemy. Here also we are going to make a public int damage. So now I'm going to make a new function, public void do damage. So here we are going to say player controller dot instance dot take a damage function side damage. So now let's save it. So now let's save it. Going back to the game. Here we have a small problem, and the problem is that we are going to enemy and put the enemy one inside of our canvas, because we attach that enemy script to our main object, so it is not going to read the damage. What we can do instead, because the animator is our enemy button, here we have the animator, so I'm going to our enemy one. Here I'm just going to copy component as a new, and then I'm going to enemy button, just every 3 dots, and click on that, and then click on paste component as a new. Now as you see, we have the damage here. I'm going to damage it maybe around 5. Then here at enemy button we have the idle damage. Here at the middle, for example, we can put the event. Then let's go down. Find the do damage function and things here, there. I'm going to put the do damage there. So now I can go to enemy one, remove the enemy script. Where I have 2 here. Okay. I don't need this 2. Remove component. Remove component. Just I need 1 in our enemy button. And for the health bar, I need to put that here. So now the first enemy is done. So now be sure that you are going to override your enemy, because we changed in there. So we need to override it as well. Now as you see, it should give us a damage. The null reference is because of we didn't make any health. But let's see if the player is going to reduce the health. Yes. As you see, we are going, so he's going to give us a damage. And so that's worked without any problem. Now, let's also, first let's do the same things for all our enemies. So now I did the second one, apply all, we can delete that. Actually, I didn't move the enemy script here. Here again, copy component, enemy button, paste components as new. Now here I'm going to give a damage of 10. At the middle I'm going to put the event. Then inside we need to change and to find it is the best way just from so the button, use the button up to go down and then you choose the do damage. Now I can remove this one and override it. So now this event, bring your mouse outside and push the up button and choose the do damage. Then enemy override. So now I'm going to do the same for the rest of them. So guys, now I did art, but just don't forget that you need to give the unclick event of the damage to each of them because I forgot to do that, so I need to do them again. You can also double click on enemy and do it changing the prefab instantly and without making override it. So now here again, enemy button, put the enemy inside, enemy skip inside, and enemy damage. So now I did for all of them. Now let's see. We get null offense. Some of them I didn't did that currently because I think it's because of the this part. So now I'm going to comment it. Let's see. Going to player. And as you see, we are going to get damage. Each enemy can give us different damage. Okay, something is wrong with them. Slow press, I'm going to instantiate them. So guys, the reason is that because we have the enemy controller here, current enemy, it doesn't recognize the enemy because we changed the escape position. That's why it doesn't know we have a current enemy. And it's going just to instantiate the refab again and again. So now we have another job to do, is that we need to one by one bringing our enemy inside, and then I'm going to make the heads background under the button, Um, Actually, what I'm going to do is just unpack all of them, unpack completely. Then I put that there, and it's also there. I'm going to call it enemy button number 1. Now I can bring it outside. Now I don't need this part, this one. It also doesn't anything attached to it, so we can delete that one. And just keep this one. And then make all of them prefab again. And also I'm going to change their position to a little bit to bring it to the right side. Like here. So now I can delete the enemy one. Now I need to do the same things for others. So I need to bring them there, unpack, going inside, and put the inside of that, bring it outside, rename it, enemy button number 2, then I can delete this one. So guys, now I managed to fix all of them. Now I'm going one by one in our prefab. So now I can delete all of them. So now let's go to our enemy controller. Here I'm going to put it at 0. Then I'm going to lock the inspector, click on the first one and the last one. Maybe just to 7, put it there. Again, put it there. Oh, I had 2. Okay. So now let's see if it works fine. Yeah, now it's work and we are not going to instantiate anymore. Nice. So guys, now that's it. That's how we can manage it. Now everything works fine. We can so add as much as we want, as many as we want. There maybe 100, 200, 300. So now in the next part, let's go work on our health bar. See you in the next video.